Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Valorant broadcast. We're here broadcasting the semifinals. My name is Peregrine, and I'm shoutcasting with.
John from BHS.
Awesome. So, Braun, today I heard that we have Villa Park versus Quartz Hill, and what's the rundown on them?
So these two teams are supposed to be very prestigious, as they are both from are both from I guess the section that has an average of 2 to 3 immortals per division.
Yes, they're in the Alpha division. Villa Park is second in that division, and Quartz Hill is 4. We're looking forward to this game a lot, especially because these teams know each other and scrim really often, so they're super friendly with each other. That also means that they really know each other. I know Sean, we saw 2 weeks ago, absolutely amazing performance, as well as Miyamoto. Really interesting to see who they pick. And I haven't really heard a lot from Quartz Hill, but I am interested in getting to know them. One random thing, Art of Flow is currently restarting, so we're waiting for a player to get back in, but once we're in, we will have, well, freedom to start the game. So, John, how's your day going?
It's been pretty great so far. I've been really looking forward to this match and just being able to see just really high-level gameplay from both of these teams.
100%. With so many high-level players, I'm sure it's going to be a great one. And then, what map are we playing on?
I believe we're playing on Breeze, which means that we'll be able to see a lot of really wide open spaces, and it'll be interesting to see how they play around that.
100%. See, I know with Breeze, because of just me playing Valorant just daily, it's a really long map, and so it leaves for really good angles. Especially, I know Sean really likes taking a operator and just holding the B peak, and I'm really interested to where we're going to see both team plays. Villa Park is starting on offense, while Quartz Hill is starting on defense, and we're just waiting here for Art of Flow to restart. Should be ready any second now. By the way, we also have a second stream up, ufea.gg2, and that is streaming JSerra versus... Streaming JSerra, it's in the Bravo, or second division down. So yeah, just chilling out. I know I'm really looking forward to these teams. John, tell me a little bit about what you have seen from BFH this year. How's your high school been doing?
We just barely got started with a lot of this esports stuff, and this has been my first year in UFEA in general, and like this year we've just barely started an in-state thing for us in Idaho, which has been really cool to witness and stuff. We actually had a whole tournament, I believe last month, where we all just went to an esports arena and just played a bunch of different games for the whole tournament, and it was a lot of fun and really cool to see.
Oh, that's awesome. And I'm from SM, and we've had our esports program running up for 4 years now. And I know we're super excited to get our new streaming and shoutcasting room. And so feel free to next year dive into SMHS's stream. All right, the two teams are ready, and it looks like we're going to be loading in any minute now. And then we are going to have one person leave the match. And then we will be going. All right, I think we're ready to start.
So it seems like you have some experience with these teams. What do you expect from them?
So Villa Park actually has some really interesting plays. They like keeping it really consistent, and they like going same place, same time, just doing the same thing over and over because it works, because they use really, really weird plays. Same thing as NHS, which you can see over on the second stream. And the nice part about Villa Park, because I've watched them play before, is they're a really dynamic team. And we have Sean and Miyamoto, who are going to be sort of like the heavier offensive players, while the rest of them fill in and give support to places where obviously they can't be. From Quartz Hill, I've seen them play Rocket League, and I know they're super good at Rocket League because they won last year. And so since they have such a good esports program, I am really looking forward to seeing these two two high schools play against each other, especially since Villa Park is second and Quartz Hill is fourth.
Oh yeah, 100%. And also, from what I believe, Quartz Hill is also very high up in the Smash Bros. League too. From what I've seen, many of their players have just completely dominated the Smash Bros. Scene. So it sounds really exciting to see what these guys have in store for such a skill-based game such as Valorant.
100%. And I know we're looking at almost every single player is above Diamond. We have one Plat 3 being kind, but he's obviously really good 2v on the Villa Park team. All right, we're loading in right now into Breeze. We can start seeing first round picks, see what they're going to go with. I know Villa Park does like Viper. And let's see what we're going to go with. We got the instant locks from Dow and Dakid on Viper. Or on Viper and Sentinel. And looks like Sean is going to go for his normal, while Miyamoto also goes for his normal jet. And it looks like we have two fairly matched up teams here. Villa Park currently has a very well-balanced team, definitely going a little bit heavier on defense for this team, but also having that little offensive flair that they're going to be able to pull with Miyamoto and Youngchin. And we're just waiting for Quartz Hill to fill in their players. FR3 still not with pick, but it does look like these two teams have picked almost identical agents. Like, they are really, well, the same across the board. We have 5 locked on attackers, just waiting for defenders.
Apparently, since the newest patch, the meta has certainly shifted over to a double senza or a double initiator, so it's really interesting to see that kind of bleed into this sort of event.
100%. And both of these teams have the exact same setup. They have exact same running. This obviously proves they know each other really well. They scrim a lot, and so I really am interested to see how having the exact same matchup will fill in.
Definitely, it takes away a lot of the different character difference and really lets the skill shine into this.
Starting off with the pistol round, this round's pretty important. We need to see which team's going to get their economy up, which one's going to get the more money the fastest, that way we can get shields and rifles into play. It does look like Quartz or Villa Park is going to be pushing A, and I would bet that Viper's going to place a wall across halfway on A site, because that's the usual tactic of Villa Park, and then they're going to come in through Alpha through, I'm not 100% sure on what, the second A entrance. So let's see if that happens.
As the timer clocks down, we are seeing some movement. A really interesting entry there for the one play to go Hall.
Miyamoto coming straight in, looking for a shot, not finding anyone in the corner, looking for a second. That Viper gas came straight across A, just as predicted. So we're going to see Miyamoto just trying to pick out who's going to be playing. Sean looking for a second shot, getting a headshot.
Ooh.
Right here.
A very good Viper.
Youngchin looking for that little off angle, coming against the wall. Youngchin looking for the flank. Finding no one. Quartz Hill really being able to push back here. Getting 2 of them. Back down to a, well, win. Just a really, really fast round. Drawn, what are your thoughts?
I really wonder how exactly this all just shows their each and every one play style and everything, and how they really play off of each other. I think they're very smart for picking Viper, who is essential in this map, and just essentially giving them that free sight and then being able to lock it down. But it seems like
100%.
Yes.
That one lockdown from Viper, that one cross, obviously Quartz Hill pushing hard A, going for the full flank, leaving B completely open. And they immediately know that. They immediately know that Villa Park is going straight to the other side. And we're going to get a plant.
We're gonna have to see if
Spike
giving them the
planted.
free site will be able to be worth it here.
I do know that Villa Park is super comfortable, or not Villa Park, Quartz Hill is super comfortable with takebacks. Same thing with Villa Park, and so I'm really interested to see how they're going to be able to take this point back.
That was good.
Pad coming up with a push, almost getting a limb on Miyamoto.
Last player standing.
Ooh.
Only one down. Philip getting the shot. Cad looking for it.
One enemy
Dick
remaining.
coming up with the shot, almost getting the spray.
Ooh.
Got a clutch.
Huge clutch from Philip. All right, yeah, it was really looking unfortunate there for them for a while there, but Philip really managed to just pull through and.
Oh, 100%. Philip is currently their top player right now with 4 limbs, 1 death, and 1 assist. So definitely one of the top players. And the offensive economy is really rocking. Each player having at least 2,000 and heavy shields. They're really saving up for those higher ranked guns, while the Quartz Hill economy is really suffering. They all went rifles and heavy shields. They have to win this match if they want to keep going, because then they're going to be right back to pistols, where Quartz Hill or where Villa Park will be able to have that rifle advantage.
It really shows just how confident Villa Park is right now with running mostly Sheriffs, as I believe most people would upgrade up into Spectre, but it seems like that might be taking a huge effect as they just got a first huge pick here for on Villa Park.
Sean looking for a peek on Boo, not finding anything. Drone almost catching Sean off guard. Dow keeping sight locked down, holding off A. Not really sure where offense wants to go. It looks like they're not going to really be playing a point right now. They're going to have to shift somewhere soon. Youngshin almost getting a pick, getting hit. 50% health. We gotta have Villa Park find this point. Looks like they're going B, looking for a pick, Kind going for a peek. Not finding anything still.
30 seconds left.
Villa Park very much does need this one peak, as they've already lost 1 player.
The nice part about Villa Park's position right now is if they do lose this round, they are still set up for that next round. They do not have to worry about any guns or anything like that because they save so heavily. Kind at 5 health, got 1 peek and a headshot.
10 seconds
Let's see if he's able to find another one. He's not in defender's win.
Ooh. David got a really huge play there as he was able to get just 2 really nice flicks in a row with his Phantom.
Oh, 100%. Let's see. It looks like we're going for another middle push from Villa Park. Not really sure why they keep on going for this such a late game play for point, but I feel like they really have to play point and lock it down if they want to win this next round. And I'm sure, and it's true, Quartz Hill is absolutely rocking economy-wise. They have all rifles, full heavy shields. They were super confident, and it paid off, especially with that win. So let's see what they're able to do this round.
Oh yeah, definitely. This must be, bring a lot of peace of mind to this other team.
Villa Park immediately rocking down mid, getting almost the entire alleyway covered. Gal going for a peek, and Boo trying to find a bolt, not finding one. Miyamoto going for that B push, looking for it again. They're trying to take B again. I don't know if that's the most successful route that they can take, especially because they lost it so heavily the last round. But that also might lead it to be unexpected. Miyamoto holding angle. FR3 going for the flank, finding nothing, looking for sprays. Youngshin locking down point. It's really interesting how these teams switch between points so often, and attackers won. What's your thoughts, Sean?
This back and forth just seems really just interesting to see, because it seems like at any moment, anytime somebody, one team manages to get a lot of push in, they manage to still just get it back.
Oh, 100%. And it's interesting because these are definitely both retake teams. where they get point or they let point fall, and then they go in and take that offensive. They're both very offensive playing teams, and that makes it so much more dynamic, especially with the loadouts that they're carrying.
It seems like both of them are kind of testing the waters here and trying to get as much intel as they possibly can. A very big KO dart on Quartz side. Oh, a very huge pick on mid.
100%. Sean looking for another pick, not finding really anything. Going back to re-peek.
This must be very devastating for Quartz Hill's economy right now, as he's getting just a lot of these free picks with a gun that just essentially costs time.
100%. They really need to push a point right now. Looks like Viper put smoke on A. They're filling in right now.
A whole lot of information was just gathered for Villa Park with that one KO.
Oh, 100%. Sean looking for a peek, not finding anything, locking down that back sight. Kind looking. Let's see if he'll get this kill. Gets one kill. Kind looking for another one and falling back behind cover. Checking for flank. It's a 1v2 and attackers win.
Oh, it's that one ult was just really devastating for Quartz Hill, sorry. As they just got, as I do believe that Chamber just managed to hit 4 kills in that one round with just a simple free weapon.
Oh, 100%. And Quartz Hill is going back to Sheriff's and just trying to get that reset. And looks like VHS is being super comfortable right now. They're just relaxing. They know they're up 4-1. FR3 looking, already planning out his knife throw. Trying to cancel that out, trying to read that they're going to go A. They immediately, and VHS immediately backs out.
Oh, very huge play from Dahl. Just managed to get 2 picks and ends up dying.
I have the spike.
We're looking around. We got Spike moving towards B, but I feel like it's going to be intercepted by Dakid. Philip not seeing spray, getting the kill. Now it's a 2v2 with low health on VHS's side. Let's see if they're able to still pull through, even with that health deficiency. I just waited out, see if they can do a 2v2 without having to play Spike, but it looks like they're going to be forced to with only 50 seconds left, and Quartz Hill playing so conservatively. FR3 just trying to figure out, making sure that they're not on A, looking for that play, while Boo has B locked down. FR3 coming straight over. Sean and Philip looking for that clear. Sean is notorious for planting.
One enemy remaining.
Boo has super low health.
Boo manages to find that really huge pick on that Viper, and now it's a 2-on-1.
Want to see if Sean is able to get this pick, and he was. Sean is an absolutely amazing shot. We've seen this in games before, and he's not able to pull through, though.
Unfortunately, he seemed to have looked at the wrong side of the wall.
This is making for a really interesting matchup because you know that both these teams know each other. That's how they're able to play each other so effectively, and I think that's why Villa Park's winning on offense right now, because not only are they an offensive team, but they know the defense of Quartz Hill. Looking like Spike is going to go alpha again. I'm really hoping they go for the same little Viper play that they usually go for. Never mind, Spike is down, but it still looks like they're going for that alpha push.
Alright, it seems like the first interaction is being seen in Hall. A lot of pressure being applied from both teams. But it seems like Keen is able to get a little bit of an entry, but he gets almost caught by that chamber trap, as Dell manages to completely bank off of it and get a kill, and teleports away. Now it seems like the fight has moved mid as Dakid tries to hold them off, but ends up needing to rotate. Jet dash used up by Megamola. Or Mayamola, sorry.
Quartz Hill trying to decide which way they're rotating, keeping a 1-1 base or a 1-2-1 basis right now, while Villa Park is just holding center. They know that's a 2v4. They know they're probably not going to come up with this one, so they're playing super conservatively. Young Chin looking for a peek.
Ooh, managed to make the chamber back away.
Youngchin getting one. It's a 2v2.
Last player standing. Spike down.
And a
A.
1v2.
All right, let's see if Youngchin can pull this one off. He's able to apply pressure here pretty easily with his spike.
100% spike being planted. Cuts off that time. Youngchin getting peeked by Dao. He did not see that one coming. And their Quartz coming out with the win. It's currently 3-4 right now. It's just confirmed that they're going to get this defuse, which they're 100% will.
Very well placed.
25 seconds left.
Very well placed, might I add, Snakebite from, Quartz Hill's Viper there. Really managed to shut off that section so they could give a consistent place for their teammates to
100%.
just hold.
Miyamoto Villa Park looking like they're going to push B in mid again. Really curious as to what they're going to do on B, because usually when they play B, they're going in, they're locking down the site and then waiting for Quartz Hill to react. So hopefully we have that again, because they seem to be super successful when they do it. Sean locking down that little alleyway so that way no one else can get through.
It seems like Quartz is playing a bit more aggressive here, but decides to back away and give up control of Elbow.
Quartz just clearing all of A site. Little do they know, no one from Villa Park is there. They're just stacked, and Villa Park's gonna have to make a move soon, because that time is ticking down. If they waste too much of it, they're definitely gonna lose this one, especially because everyone in Quartz Hill is perfectly positioned to rotate back onto B and retake.
I'm not too sure why they have two people on A still, as it seems like they're full stacked, and I'd imagine that they would be able to make a guess at that, but it seems like action is starting to take place as they start moving in. A lot of gunfire and util being thrown out. As Dayki tries to hold this Viper wall and see if they can get a good push in.
They're
being
the
popped.
entire left side of B right now. Spike is down, so they just need to hold it for enough time.
Ooh, Cad getting a triple kill in backside. And they managed to close it out with a very huge play from Cad,
I think Villa Park's mistake there was they know that they're good at retaking on offense. They waited too long. Such an offensive team can't wait too long for such a decent defensive team to set up, because, well, we just saw them lose. And Dao coming in with absolute skill with that triple kill.
Oh yeah, it's very interesting to see just that kind of gap on that leaderboard there, from 11 kills to 7 kills on Quartz's side.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, meanwhile, it seems like Villa Park is holding a much more consistent number.
100%. Villa Park is more consistent across the board, while Quartz Hill is more concentrated towards the top of the leaderboard, which always makes for interesting games, because then you know who the star players are and they know who they gotta play. Dao looking for a peek, not finding anything.
That makes a very aggressive push up. Oh, a very huge pick to start off that game and managed to get out of there safely. Oh, but gets caught by the KO knife.
Kind still looking. Looks like they're going to rotate B. They definitely communicated get back, while Youngshin staying up, clearing mid, pretending like they're still going to push A. Keep them rotated there, so that way they can't get back to B fast enough. Little do they know, Quartz Hill loves retaking sites. Currently 4-4 with a minute remaining in this round.
Sean gets a little bit of damage in, but sadly gets traded off pretty much immediately.
There.
Viper locks down site again. Just another great play from Philip, where he's able to just lock down that site, get off gas into one of the entrance areas, and be able to lock it off just for enough time to get that spike detonated.
Oh, very good kill there from Data, I believe. Getting that, he's really utilizing his Sova's abilities.
100%. Philip getting that win for Villa Park. It was a 3v1. They really did lock it down. They know their angles on that site, and they look to be very comfortable.
A very close game, looks like.
Oh, 100%. Especially because these teams know each other. It's the semifinals. They're getting super into it. And with still many more games to go, I'm sure they're getting tired already, because I would, especially at this pace that they're playing at. I'm just stunned that all these guys are able to keep up. They're able to play at such a high level for so long.
It could
Middle
manage
being
to
locked
hold on.
off.
And it seems like they also locked off A with a very well-placed Viper roll.
Philip getting a very important pick on Jet. Holding off.
Sean gets caught in a chamber trap.
You know, you'd think Sean would not get shot in chamber traps as chamber, but that's okay. Gadget was destroyed. He's looking back, trying to find where that was from. Sean making a slight push on the B side, but still holding that decently middle angle and starting to stack with his teammates. Philip Park stacking up on B, ready to take it just like they did before. They know it's a 5v4. They know they have that ability to take it.
They definitely, and it seems like they're really starting to apply pressure here. With B side completely split off. I know, unfortunately.
Trying to get a kill. Emoto getting an important kill on FR3. Looks like they're just going to lock down hold angles as they've done before.
Naked is sadly left mid and with no age really to push, so it seems like if anything he might just decide to save, which it looks like that's what's happening.
Yeah, in one of these situations it's just way smarter for Dega to save. Otherwise they're just sacrificing another gun, which is just more money, so she's going back, or he's going back, saving, and just holding out as the spike detonates. It's been really interesting to see how much of an offensive team Villa Park really is. I find it really impressive because they're able to take site consistently, but it's also interesting to see Quartz Hill going in for those picks and finding that. And attackers win. It's currently 4-6.
Oh yes, but it's still very much everybody's game, as we haven't even gotten to the half round yet.
Oh, 100%. They haven't even switched, and so I'm really interested to see how Villa Park responds on defense to Quartz Hill. But first, we have to see what's going to happen. Never mind, we switched Spike. Looks like they're going to leave Spike back. And I think they're pushing A right now. It looks like Miyamoto's trying to coordinate. But it looks like they're also going pretty even.
Here.
Was that a common strategy to leave bomb back there?
It's strategy, especially when they're going for a super wide play. And usually when they're going for a super wide play, that means that they want to keep that spike back there for when they rotate to a specific point, especially when the edges come in and collect in the middle.
Well, that's actually really interesting.
I know, right? Youngshin looking mid, trying to get on B side. They've already established that they're pushing B because David locked it down in that little wing formation that they had.
Looking kind of scary here for Villa Park, being set in a 5v2 situation.
Oh, 100%. Youngshin trying to find something. Not really being able to discern any information right now. Let's see if he's able to see and get the pick on CAD. I don't think he will, though. And he didn't.
Spike down.
Ooh, very well placed shot.
100%. Now Quartz Hill knows that Spike is down and that there's one person remaining, so they're just going to hunt, I feel like. Especially because it would do them a lot of good to just be able to hunt down and get that kill.
Oh, yeah, just like... Oh, but actually, maybe we'll see
is actually one of their top players, but not good enough to get that peak. Just barely off. Which is okay, just they have to move on to this next round. It's currently 5-6, and just getting more interesting by the moment.
We'll really have to see how they improvise here as they slowly run out of steam. And I feel like that's where most teams start to really shine, because most people prepare for the top of the line, everybody's all amped up every moment and everything, but not as many prepare for the low steam sort of play. So
100%. When it's down to the wire, both teams are going to be super fatigued, and that's when they really are going to have that chance to shine against each other. Sean looking for a peek on B, not getting anything. Getting smoked out.
Spike retrieved.
Looks like they're going to rotate B.
It seems like Quartz is kind of heavily defending A.
100% FR3 not knowing, but looks like he's about to get a peek, but he didn't. Middle is now locked down for VHS. Spike moving comfortably over in the B direction.
Two very huge picks from Villa Park.
100%. Looks like Boo is just trying to see if he can get anything, not knowing that they rotated cross side.
Welcome to my world.
Philip planting right now, getting that lockdown as Viper.
Spike planted.
It seems like Quartz was really able to pull back this round because it was looking very grim at a 5v3, and now we're sitting pretty on a 3v3 with two ult pop.
It's currently a
One enemy
2v3.
remaining.
Villa Park
Oh, yeah.
with that advantage. And now there's just one more remaining. And I doubt they'll be able to come out with this round, especially because of that Viper play. Philip finding it and getting that shot. It was one of those situations where Dakin had the choice between just falling back and losing
Switching
a match
sides.
or just making that attempt. And it looks like they just went neutral.
I wonder how they're going to start playing these matches, and I feel like it's going to be really interesting to see how these players start playing defensively.
100%, and we're
they've
back at a
shined off.
pistol. 100%, and we're back at a pistol round. We're back at the start. Both teams reduced to 0. And so that last game was super important because it's going to be able to set that tempo. And this game's even more important because it's going to establish that economy, like we said before. Quartz coming out with that early victory. Quartz coming out with that early victory really set them apart.
Alright, it seems like they might be trying to hit A site here. Oh, a very huge pick to start the round off with. Alright, it seems like they're starting to really make ground.
Quartz going for the exact same capture pattern as Villa Park did at the start of our entire match here, which is super interesting, especially because they play so often together. Dakin looking for a beat.
A lot of duels seem to be happening, and it seems like we're now down to a 3v2 situation with a very huge health deficit from
Oh,
Villa Park.
100%. Sean
Player standing.
almost getting a peek, but didn't. It was one of those just being able to get that flick or not. And it looks like Villa Park on this defensive streak is not the best. I've always liked seeing them on offense more, but hopefully they'll be able to lock it down.
Alright, as the next game sets up, it seems like they're really debating on where to push, actually. But it seems like it might lean more towards a B push.
I do agree with you. Quartz probably going to get that one Viper spray out and get that walled out so that they're able to take. Probably. I think they're going to want to be interested in clearing middle first, trying to keep that good sound position in their corner of the map while slowly advancing out. Securing mid, it allows them to get the most angles off the start of the match. Taken almost getting peaked. I'm not really sure where to go.
Hey, Villa's really pushing in, setting this to a 5v2 situation.
And if we see,
Planted.
both of these teams have the exact same offensive strategy. Quartz coming in with the exact same play that Villa Park did, not going for the exact ability use, especially since it's so early on, but it's still the same strategy, same angles, and I find that really interesting because that means they should be able to counter each other better, leading to more tense situations, which we have seen. Miyamoto looking, just determining that it's better to fall right now, trying to get a kill, not getting it, and attacker's winning. Looks like we're gonna get another, looks like a B push from Quartz Hill. Really do wonder. Oh yeah, they are stacking B currently. Not really a rotation that can be had there. And never mind, they are switching.
A very interesting Odin buy from Quartz.
Oh wow, we have an Odin on Kine. I just am curious as to what he's going to be doing with that Odin, especially so early on in this game, especially with such a strong gun. I am really curious.
Who knows? Maybe he noticed that he was bottom fragging here and just decided, hey, I'll full send.
100%, or maybe he's just super comfortable with the Odin. I know that it's super easy to keep a spray with Odin. And so let's see if this helps him lock down some angles. Little does he know that the spike is coming his way, so if he's able to get this push with Odin, I think it would be pretty amazing to see it from Kind.
A very big pick here from Da.
100%. Miyamoto going out of the game, and Miyamoto being one of their star players, it's really important that they're in, and now has to lay back. Kind not knowing that he's getting full stacked.
Let's see if this Odin can take play. Oh, it looks like it might not even need to. No.
It definitely needed to, but it wasn't gotten. Let's see. I'm betting Villa Park is going to want that Odin back, but I don't think they're going to be getting it. I'm betting Quartz is going to pick up that Odin, but it is a win for Villa Park here. Somehow they were able to pull through. Again, it's that retake strategy, and they were able to retake.
Okay, they got the Odin. Let's go. I'm really excited to see this Odin play. I've been really sitting on the edge of my seat for it. Oh, never mind. He just immediately throws it. He just throws it away immediately.
Kind, of course, buying another Odin. We're keeping that Odin in play. This is absolutely wonderful. Such an expensive gun for such an expensive man. Kind really is. Looks like Sean is going to go for the lockdown on B, knowing that he's... Or never mind, going for the lockdown on mid, knowing that he cannot sacrifice that secondary angle.
And it's quickly becoming my favorite players personally. But also, that may be kind of smart though, because Abizi's playing Sovo, who gets all that recon, and so he'd be able to get those wall sprays. Although that's mostly seen on Ascent rather than Breeze.
I fully agree. Looks like we're just going to be holding pretty even across the board right now for Villa Park. They're not really rotating any. We're not really sure where to go. But Quartz Hill is, and it looks like they're going A.
Very huge pick to start off with from Youngchin, as he decides to play much more on site. To hold that angle. Very interesting angle though from Quartz's or Villa Park's, my bad, Viper.
Still holding B and starting to rotate. In my opinion.
Oh, sorry, you can speak.
No, you speak.
Boo just made a really cool play, and I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Sean holding that mid angle, not really sure, just holding back right now. While both teams are sort of lined up on their Vipers, and it's just a really interesting little lockdown play that they've positioned here. Looks like we are going to be seeing a really nice take from Quartz offense. Miyamoto getting 2 picks, both on FR3 and Boo, and defenders winning because that timer expired. Miyamoto being able to lock it down enough, but Dakin taking the kill.
Is that another Odin buy, or was that a bonus run?
Oh, it is another Odin buy. Kind coming in with the Odin again.
How does he have such? How is his economy that good? Wait, what? Oh, never mind. He just bought for somebody.
And we have an operator on Miyamoto. Miyamoto as Jet with that operator is going to be super game-changing if they're able to play really well. Youngchin and Sean. Yeah. Youngchin and Sean being the top players on Villa Park right now, and Dal and Dakin being the top players on Quartz Hill.
It's terrifying. Those 2 players in hallway all just pretty much locked onto each other through that smoke.
Dal looking for a peek in A, hoping he can find and catch Villa Park on an off angle. Not finding anyone, getting that ability plant so that way he can fall back if needed. Dal looking for the peek and getting the kill.
Miyamoto managed to get a pretty huge kill too, it seems like mid. With his off. Seems like the Jet off strategy is still paying off really well.
Yao getting another kill on Philip, looking for the upward peak from Miyamoto, not finding anything. Looks like we're gonna look for that peak again. And they have Alpha locked down right now. Hopefully,
Standing ahead.
Villa Park is able to come in and retake as they are so good at, and they do get a very important pick on Dakid.
The Odin paid off. Let's go.
Not really finding anything right now. Dow just holding that side angle, knowing that if there's a push from Sean, he'll be able to lock it off. Sean going down, but Miyamoto getting CAD. It's a 2v2 right now. Dow looking for a peek on Kine, getting the peek, teleporting back, getting that off angle. Hopefully able to get the kill on Miyamoto.
Alright, it seems like Quartz was really able to lock down this side after they got the plans, and so managed to be able to get through it. But Miyamoto picking back up his op and running away.
Even though they were able to get through it, doesn't mean that they were able to win. And it is currently 8-9. It's such a close game between these two. They know each other so well. Really is just back and forth. Looks like we're gonna see another A push, even though, oh, never mind. Looks like we're gonna go for another even push from Quartz Hill, really being spread out here, trying to get as much information as possible, going for those plays with Sova, trying to get those darts out. Sean holding mid again, while Miyamoto is holding that long angle, waiting for Dow's push. Dow is about to push, in fact, and let's see if he's getting a hit on Miyamoto, but not getting the kill. Miyamoto getting a headshot on Dow. Knowing that Dow is down, I am sure Villa Park is going to be a lot more confident. Yunshin looking for any peek that he can on mid.
Away with you.
A very good pick there from Sean. Seems like he's really fighting to keep control of that mid area, which is very big for a Breeze.
Oh, 100%, especially with so many angles that you're able to pick up from mid. It is a very important place to control.
Oh yeah, and but it seems still like they could manage to slip by that.
Oh, 100%. Go, hero.
It seems like both Dakid and Kine were kind of really really trying to find peaks, and manages to find a pick. Oh, it gets taken out by the enemy.
30 seconds left.
Very huge Viper ult, it seems like. They get spiked down and start taking their defensive positions. A lot of spraying with that op. I wonder if it'll pay off.
Youngchin not knowing that there's a Viper right on the other side of this gas right here. Going all the way around, trying to find something. Gets flash out, gets...
Oh!
Youngchin gets Dakid, getting that kill, getting it and getting the defuse.
That was a very well...
winning.
It was very well played out. They managed to retake that, even though there's a Viper ult on that site.
Oh, 100%.
They just completely calmly just took it and just communicated, hey, let's entry through here after I flash, and really managed to just completely turn that match around.
Oh, 100%. And that's what I've seen to be the real difference between high-level players and low-level players is not only knowledge of their agent, but also communication with their teammates. It's that ability to coordinate other people's abilities with your own that really sets apart some of these teams.
Get out of my way.
Yeah.
Getting the knife off, predicting that A push.
A very huge shutdown on that Viper too, because now that just completely stalls them for 8 seconds, I believe.
Excuse me. And they are in fact stalled. They are not pushing until they are able to pull that Viper. Holding both teams at a stalemate right now. Not a shot being fired. Until, well, they don't need much more shots fired because Quartz getting that A push, looking for that plant. Let's see if their Viper's able to pull through right now.
A very good kill from Cap, but sadly just immediately got traded off, which also got traded off.
Standing ahead.
Ooh, a missed operator shot. Kane really trying to use his util to full advantage here.
If they could just kill like that, close. Sean getting the kill.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, a very good double kill from Dahl.
Miyamoto getting that lockdown and faking the defuse. Let's see that Dahl versus Miyamoto play right now. getting that headshot, getting that kill. Miyamoto bringing VHS to another win. It's currently 8-11. Let's see what happens. Villa Park looking to be high right now, but nobody knows, especially in these Valorant matches where the tides can turn so quickly.
Oh yeah, and especially with the econ system taking in such effect, we'll really see how that throws around the tides for this game.
I fully agree.
It seems like they're thinking about an A push here. With KO going mid, surprisingly.
Miyamoto holding that mid alley angle, trying to make sure that there's no push to A. Little does they know that they are going for the exact same push, looking for a win on the exact same thing that they did before, which I don't think is the best plan. I think they could have gone for a more unpredictable play.
Very good show of game sense there from Philip, as he not only managed to get a pick for smoke, but just immediately knows where they're going to be.
Miyamoto looking for another pick.
Philip managed to get one more pick, but got traded off for it.
Ult being used. Quartz going for this win.
I can't use that.
Oh, that ult managed to find a kill.
Miyamoto going to be probably peeking up these stairs soon. Trying to look for a peek, getting something on Dal, but not scoping in fast enough. And we're down to 2v1 with the two best teams in our league. Second place and fourth place. Sean getting killed by FR3.
There's too many angles to manage there. Retaking on that side is very rough.
And just as you said earlier in this match, both teams are really interesting kill-wise. Dal having 23 kills, and them really being polarized right now. Miyamoto and Youngchin holding the same amount of kills and going down the same, almost all the way down, while Quartz Hill is very polarized to the top here, and then more even across the midline. Looks like we're going to see another A push, trying to keep that A advantage as high as possible, with Youngchin getting that cancel off.
Very good first pick here from Sal, I believe. As they begin to start pushing in, but deciding to pull back a little. Ooh, Philip sadly dying there from a very good combo.
Miyamoto ulting right now, seeing if they can get that pick off. It's currently a 3v4. VHS
really cool.
is going to have... Oh, I was just going to say VHS is going to have to definitely play conservatively right now. You were saying?
Oh, yeah. I think it's just really cool seeing the game sense from both of these players, as I've seen so many just really accurate blind detail.
Oh, 100%. Coordinating with Miyamoto for that little peek. Miyamoto just ready to lock them down. Boo ulting.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, very good coordination from Boo, and it did it.
Now Miyamoto just has to stay back, waiting for Boo. Probably going to be pulling the same thing that she did, or that they did before.
No charges left.
Oh, and it seems like it was in vain, as Boo managed to completely close out that game.
And just as I was saying earlier, it's 10-11. These games can change so quickly, which makes it all the more interesting. And it looks like we are going for a out from Youngchin, looking to reassess. It's really interesting to see these two teams play against each other, going for the exact same tactics as the other team plays, which means it just relies on their game sense way more than actual aim. What are your thoughts on these two teams so far?
Just overall, the game sense that I've noticed from them both are just really incredible. It's nothing like I've seen in my Bronze 2 lobbies, and just coordination overall, like seeing all of these combos. Like earlier I saw a Viper Snakebite Sova Shock Dart combo that completely obliterated one of the angles that they were trying to clear. And so it just really does show just how much game sense takes effect whenever it's just in these completely held even games.
Oh, of course, and one of my favorite things that VHS loves to do is the coordinated Sova and Jet peek, where Sova gets his drone out, takes the corner, and then Jet flashes up, taking whoever's in the corner out as fast as possible, which leads to really interesting, really dynamic coordinated clears, which hopefully we'll see again. It looks like we might be going for another A push, and yeah, it just looks like we're going for the same thing, trying to exploit that little winning streak that they have here on their A push.
You want to play? Let's
see if that
play.
timeout manages to be able to get them back in the lead. Or at least momentum to keep the lead.
100%. It's momentum that's going to come in real handy right now, especially because they have not won the last 2 games. And that can definitely get team morale low. Boo going for that coordinated peek. Not really getting anything with his bolt. Not really getting any intel for Quartz Hill right now. Sort of just having to really lay back.
Alright, it seems like they're deciding to just rotate away, which is the best option you can really do with this Viper ult. But
what they don't know is the 2 best players on VHS are on that other side if they do decide to peek over to B. So I'm really curious as to if they're going to rotate or if they're just going to try and duel it out a little bit here.
It seems like it might be dueled out here with no choice of Villa Parks as they were just pressured there from that KO dart into these duels. Sorry.
30 seconds left.
Oh, but FR3 managing to really get a game-changing pick there as he pushes into the
bringing it level.
Ooh,
Boo on point with a spike planting right now. Quartz getting sprayed on though. Boo hoping that he's going to be able to pick through this Viper smoke.
Oh.
A little bit of information from Keen really played a difference, getting out Boo, moving the one piece of information that Quartz can get right now.
Interesting to see how they decided to counter that Viper ult with their own Viper ult, just pretty much saying, hey, you have to come here now instead of sitting near 10. And oh, a very huge double kill from Sean actually.
Oh, 100%.
Good spray chancer.
Sean is an absolutely wonderful shot, and I absolutely love seeing him play. And Sean and Miyamoto, in my opinion, are one of the best combos. Miyamoto with his long-range plays with the op, and Sean with that little close push right there. I guess we'll have to see another play out. It is currently 10-12. This is for the semifinals. This is for that final spot in the Alpha Division. These 2 teams really, really wanting to get to both these places. And I'm sure they know it. I'm sure they know that each other wants it.
It'll just be a matter of who wants it more as we begin this round. A very interesting Viper wall, actually. I haven't noticed that until now. I might actually try to incorporate that into my games.
100%, especially because it just locked off A. I don't think... Oh, they are going to push A just a little bit more conservatively, trying to stack it right now, trying to scout out that Bravo site in case they want to rotate over.
I do kind of wonder why they decide to push A here so consistently, since they have their Viper constantly wall that off.
Miyamoto looking for a peek on Dakid. Nothing really happening until that smoke goes up, and Dakid is now comfortable to hold that doorway. Youngchin just playing back and not know or waiting for that alpha push.
Cat over on A side seems to be slowly pushing up, but sadly gets shut down by Sean.
Youngchin looking for anything, just while FR3 is just hanging back super comfortably, but being also suppressed.
The suppressor gets
30 seconds left.
Oh, a very good flash there from Youngchin as he takes out Dao.
Almost getting a kill on Youngchin, but that gun difference right there, that economy playing out especially heavy for them. Boo taking out Youngchin, reducing it to a 1v3. Giving VHS the final.
Very well played from both sides.
GG's all in the chat. Absolutely wonderful playoff here. That was just a great game overall, with the scores coming out with Dao and Miyamoto being the top players here with 24 and 22 kills, with Sean closely behind Miyamoto with 20. And the real difference here, now that I'm looking at the leaderboard, is the econ rating. Villa Park definitely has a higher average on econ rating, and that especially helped. Or I think, am I mistaken on my names here? No. Yeah, Villa Park definitely has a higher average econ rating, while Dal has the highest on his team, and so it's a very polarized, another balance issue that you can see there. Well, thank you guys for coming. I think it was an absolutely wonderful game. What about you, Dron?
Oh yeah, seeing high level play like this coming from people that I somewhat know, I guess, is just really fascinating to me, and I really want to be able to watch these more. And just yeah, that back and forth was very fun to watch.
I fully agree. Well, thank you. All right, it looks like because we're doing multiple games here, we are going to go to intermission for 10 minutes. We are going to go in intermission right now, and we can't wait to welcome you guys back for the final. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with round 2. Villa Park narrowly winning the last round, and now we're on Fracture, a super small map. Should make it super interesting, especially with all these close quarter fights.
Oh yeah, definitely, and we'll see if they decide to go with the breach meta that I've heard so much about in this map, and especially with the double initiator. Oh yep, already seeing one. With the double initiator sort of tactic that's been bleeding through here. It's almost
100%.
guaranteed that these people would be. Yeah.
And it looks like they went for that exact same meta as you just said. We almost have a lock-in. Looks like Villa Park is debating where they want to go to right now, but locking it in almost the exact same team that they had last round. Same thing with Quartz with 2 changes to their team. Both the top players are picking the same agent, which is super interesting to me. And now we're into Fracture. Fracture is a super interesting map because it does have that double-sided, so they're able to attack from both sides on B or A. So it should make it super interesting to see how they push onto this.
Oh yeah, it was surprisingly complex but simple sort of map. How exactly do you think the 2 chambers will be able to take an effect here on this map?
That's a wonderful question. I think being able to lock off that one side, so that way one team can't get a push on one side, is going to be crucial. And just being able to determine and lock down that one area. A little interesting thing happening over on the Quartz Hill side.
I don't think we should show that on stream.
And it looks like we're going over, they're going for what looks to be an A push. FR3 ready for that A push though. They also may be feigning an attack, but we have yet to know that fact.
Miyamoto seems to be trying to get an entry here as he slowly creeps up.
Miyamoto trying to find that little high off angle that that they might be able to exploit. Especially if they're able to lock down that A side before they can even see it. Miyamoto going for that fast push, looking for that pick, getting the pick on FR3.
Very well played from Miyamoto.
Getting a pick from CAD.
Spike planted.
Spike planted on A side.
Now this is super interesting because I really haven't seen this match played outside of competitive. And it's so much different than what we expect with that one push from mid while the outsides are locked off, so that way they have that flanking angle, really leaving no cover for Quartz Hill. Miyamoto getting the kill.
Udon taking a huge risk.
100%, it was that little U-shaped defensive pattern that VHS was able to apply on the Quartz Hill, making them push up through that middle, them knowing that they're there, and then taking away their cover for that little push there from Miyamoto.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very well played from, Quartz, I believe.
Offense currently, just so that way our audience also knows, the offense is currently Villa Park, while our defense is currently Quartz Hill.
Okay, cool.
Looks like we're going to be seeing a B-side push. Miyamoto and Sean probably trying to evaluate where they're stronger, where they're weaker, trying to figure out which side they can exploit the most. Miyamoto looking for a peek, not finding anything with that wall, and getting on A side or B side really quickly. Miyamoto getting a super important pick on Dakin.
These shorties going into play are really interesting to me. Is that very valid, or sorry, not valid, whatever the word is?
I think it is Miyamoto. It's another of the same interesting strategy that we saw from Villa Park last time, where they're taking that one angle off, making them push down that middle, and then locking them off from double angles. And that's what a 4-pronged map really is going to give us, is those secondary angles that they're able to, that each team is able to exploit. Looks like Miyamoto is going to cross again. It does leave some really interesting defensive problems, I think, with the fact that both of these teams are so heavily offensive teams. I think that both teams are going to really rock once they're able to get that split, and so it's whoever is able to play that better defense at the start here, or at the start of their respective rounds.
Oh yeah, definitely. Really good pick there from Miyamoto. As Boo tries to completely hold down Satellite.
Youngshin just trying to pull agents off of A and into the backside, while then trying to rotate back around. It looks like they're probably going to be pushing mid here. Actually, no, they're going to be pushing B. Villa Park all simultaneously falling back immediately to B, trying to lock it down, and the second that they do, I'm sure they're going to be ready to get that U formation all set up back again.
Very fast push, it seems like. As they decided they didn't have as much time as they thought they did.
Quartz Hill going straight for the run in, getting some information off of Youngchin for Villa Park. Youngchin just waiting for that secondary angle, waiting for that little pop that he's able to play, getting that pop, removing their cover.
Very interesting play.
Flying up. Youngchin almost getting a kill on Dow. Dow getting a double kill. And the defusing happening. See, that's one of those moments where the defenders were able to come up and push before that U-shaped formation was able to collapse, almost preventing that collapse because they already had pushed through, already broken through the line. And that, I think, is going to be the little decisive play that defense is going to have to run when their site is being pushed. Looks like Dow is going for another southbound A lockdown. Just trying to get as many angles covered so that way they know what's happening. But Quartz Hill predicting an A push, and it looks like that's what they're going to get, is another A push. Dow waiting for it to fill up. Waiting for fill up. To fill up the passage. Going to A. Feeling good, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like offense is going to keep that double prong. Dow getting the spray.
Very good play there on, very good pick from the FR3, but he gets traded off almost immediately. Ooh, his cat gets
making
picked.
sure that the cap's not happening, but VHS is rotating over to B, getting that play out. Sean making sure that it's clear and then immediately setting up their little defensive formation. Sean getting that middle play so that we can lock off that mid play. And attackers win just from that push from Youngchin.
Very huge round for Youngchin, actually. He just got a 4K. One of them, interestingly, with his util. One singular, very well-placed fracture, or fragment? Yeah, fragment. As it seems like they are thinking of an A push once again.
100%, and it looks really interesting. It looks like they're probably going to be baiting from the north and then coming down with the spike from the south. I'm really interested, but it also looks like Spike might be hunted down in the south.
All right,
Looks
last
like
minute.
we're going for an A heavy push and a B fake.
Last minute switch there from Boo.
Sean just waiting to come up and get that off angle on B, getting the spray. Sean looking to get secured. Waiting for CAD to push, getting the high ground, giving him that extra angle that he's able to play off of. While A is simultaneously being capped. Sean getting the headshot on CAD, leaving resources from Quartz Hill narrow. Only one player remaining on Quartz Hill. VHS coming in with a push. They definitely have the better close range tactic than Quartz Hill right now. Quartz Hill is going to have to switch it up.
Spike planted.
Spike is planted. Brimstone trying to debate whether or not he should really engage, trying to fall back, trying to save, but will he be successful? No. He went for the push and got eliminated from that little U formation that they're able to do. Force him down that midline.
That first round really did set the tempo for this game, as seen before, as Valorant is a very momentum-based game. And we're sitting at a score of 1-4.
Oh, 100%. That little bit of momentum that Villa Park was able to grab at the start there is really decisive, especially when it comes down to these games where that little boost ahead in their economy in those first 2 rounds is able to really set them apart from Quartz Hill, and that's very apparent in guns. Quartz Hill mainly running sheriffs right now, while Villa Park is absolutely stacked, ready for that next round. Even if they lose, they're still set, ready to take on another round. Sean holding that off angle, trying to get any duels out that he can, knowing that he's a dueling player. Boo getting a pick on Junction, while Kine gets that pick on Boo.
Very good trade there.
Sean getting a pick on Dakid, getting Dakid where he was least expected. Sean coming up that backside, trying to flank. They're not even looking at a spike push right now. Kine moving over to B, getting a plant.
Within a
Last
few
player standing.
shots.
Miyamoto gets a
planted.
pick on FR3. Kine just waiting for Dell's push.
Ooh, a very good pick from Dahl, actually, as he starts to apply pressure and defusing the spike, but is he looking in the wrong side? Oh, is he full sends? But sadly, Sean manages to shut down that round.
100%, that little off angle, that little misread on the confrontation angle from Dow proved decisive in that victory from Sean. Looks like Miyamoto is going to be playing up top with the rest of the team, having a 2-3 split on offensive side with a real 1-2-2 split on the defensive side. They're predicting an A push. Will they be getting that A push, though? We have yet to know.
Oh, it seems like already they're starting to kind of rotate. Oh no, sorry. They're just taking another...
They're
Weird.
trying to hold down mid while almost rotating B, waiting for Sean, or looks like they're almost waiting for Sean, but then them rotating back to A.
What kind of advantage would you get there from holding down mid in a map like Fraction?
I don't really think they would have much of an advantage, and they were locked down in a row for Kine to get a triple kill.
Very huge play from Kine.
Sean going for that off backwards angle from Dow.
Spike planted.
It's a 1v5 right now, but Dow is an exceptional player. And I know in our second game, Sean getting that nice headshot from behind that off angle. And I know what just happened in our other stream on UFEA GG2. Definitely want to check out Jay Sarah dueling up against Norwalk. There was actually just an ace and a full team wipe from one of their players over there on an NHS. Super dynamic game over there right now. Looks like we're going to be seeing a B push, mixing it up this time. It looks like Sean might be playing over at A, looking for those little picks that he's able to get as the team rotates, which has been decisive in all of these games so far. Really being able to set that 5-3 pace. Sean looking back and knowing Cad was there, hearing it and getting that pick while Cad was ulting.
An ult from Philip.
Looks like we're going to have a super interesting Viper play, getting that wall across.
Doesn't seem... Oh, wait, no, never mind. They got a lot of mileage after that Philip play, actually. As they managed to get a couple of picks, but... defense's numbers are thinning here as offense starts to really pour in.
Well, you agree, it's a really close matchup here, but not exceptionally close. It looks like in the start it was super close, and then it really evened out to VHS's side when they were able to get that little flanking formation.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
another attacking win.
I wonder how that breach ult managed to take effect there, because it didn't seem like it did a whole lot, and then all of a sudden it did do a lot.
I know, right? It's those little plays where you have to sort of almost trust on their game sense, both teams being absolutely exceptional at what they're doing and being able to get those reads on when and when not to use the ult and when it's going to be successful. And I think we really just have to trust them on a situation like that. Youngshin looking for an immediate cancel on A, not being successful. Miyamoto knowing that he can grab the push really quickly up onto A, moving super fast.
Double being forced to give up control of A main as they begin to pour in through that hallway.
Quartz Hill really feeling the pressure, having a 3-stack on A mid. Not really with much cover though. I feel like if Youngchin or Miyamoto just push hard enough from the right angle, they'll be able to get a pick off. VHS just lining up north and south, trying to see if they can get something. No team's really going for any peaks right now.
Potential rotate.
Potential rotate, we haven't seen it yet.
Oh no, and
Pick from Tyne is going to set a little bit of momentum for VHS. Youngchin going down, getting another kill. VHS with a 5-2 right now. That little one pick is able to set the motion of this round, putting VHS up another point. Or almost another point.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not decided yet. Very huge pick from Dakid.
Dakid almost evening it out here, especially with such low health on Youngchin. He's going to have to play conservatively. Youngchin looking for something, not getting anything. Getting the headshot, getting the pick at 11 health, getting a double kill. Or almost getting a double kill, kind of getting the follow-up. Still not at the halfway point. Looks like we're gonna have another 3-2 play here from VHS. Still it is 1-8 right now. If VHS wins this round, they are going to finals against our other stream right now. It really makes it interesting. Youngchin going for that early ability cancel and not getting it.
Very offensive play for defense here. As Caterpillars is really pacely. Oh, but they just barely lined up. Against all odds,
getting a triple. There was that little lineup from Quartz Hill that just gave Philip that perfect angle to take them all out with his Vandal, getting that triple kill, making a decisive win right now for VHS. We are 1-9. I think what really sets apart these two teams is VHS is able to keep that momentum going, and it is really, really hard to get momentum when you are down this hard. 1-9 is incredible to have to come back from, but it's not impossible. I have definitely seen it in matches that I've shoutcasted before, both in Rocket League and in Valorant. Philip going for a heavy push, looking for FR3, not finding anything.
Oh, a very huge pick there from Sean, actually. He's shutting down that operator and giving them almost guaranteed control of B-site.
B-site is partially locked down by Sean right now, looking for peaks, but getting peaked. Sean being down is going to be a big momentum changer. It is a 4v4 right now. With Dow and Sean out of play, that little even out right now is not present.
Out of charges.
Right.
But it does look like VHS is still able to set up. Philip getting that off angle, waiting for Quartz Hill to cross. Like Philip is going to go for the peak, getting a headshot. Philip absolutely popping off right now, almost getting a kill on FR3. Boo is the only one left, and attackers win 1-10. VHS is loving this moment, loving the momentum, and absolutely pulling through right now.
But it seems like we're nearing the switch here, which is a very big game changer.
If you're just joining us right now, it is Quartz Hill with 1 point, VHS with 10 for the semifinals match. Feel free to check out our other semifinals match over at ufeh.gg 2, where we have J Sarah versus NHS. Also a really intense match here. It was a really even match when it came down to Breeze, but it looks like it really separates themselves, or they're really getting separated apart when it comes to this map that we're on right now. And it looks like we're going into another round with Spike Carrier down from Dow, definitely one of the star players. Quartz Hill making that really aggressive push, but getting flanked by Philip, who's absolutely popping off recently. And we just heard that NHS took over on the other stream. NHS took 1-2-0. And so now we have one of our finals finals participants. Now we got to find out the other one. It does look like right now it's going to be going to VHS. It is a 4v2 currently. Philip making a push, trying to get that angle on Dakid. Philip definitely is this one. Is definitely a flanking player, getting most of the kills, but Miyamoto and Sean coming in with their marksmanship and getting that kill. Almost solidifying the game here, but we're not done yet. It is 1-11. And now we are back to a pistol round. VHS going on defense. Let's see if they're able to keep up this momentum on defense. It looks like they're going to go for the same defensive setup as Quartz Hill did, which is super interesting because both teams really know each other from scrimmages. So these teams scrimmage a ton together, so that makes it even more interesting because they know each other so well, which, well, should provide a really dynamic last couple of matches. Sean holding down that first line, definitely one of the star players on VHS.
Leading the push here, it seems.
Looks like we have a 5-stack going into B. Sean getting 1 kill, snapping out of there.
Immediately brought down to a 5v2. Really efficient plays from Vila.
Defenders winning, that momentum being held by VHS. It's not secured yet, but it is 1-12, 1 game off of a win for VHS right now. If I was VHS, I would absolutely stack with loadouts, and they did. We have just an absolutely stacked loadout for what they could manage only 1 round in to the swap. Let's see what Sean is able to pull out here, along with Miyamoto and Philip. Looks like Miyamoto is going to do a heavy push, not even worrying about defense, looking for those early picks that he's able to take off. Waiting for the dash, waiting to see if he can get the play, knowing that he has Kentucky.
Very good pick there from Dal.
Almost a pick from Miyamoto. Miyamoto being eliminated 5-3. This could be a game changer, especially with VHS on their back foot right now. 4-3, 3-3. See if this is going to be evening out for with team getting so many kills. It's a 3v2. Dal is planting, so there's going to have to be a push here from defense. Youngchin being eliminated. It is 3-1, or yeah, 3-1 right now with Spike down. Sean trying to get this pick, knowing that this might be the last round. Both teams playing heavy right now. Sean being scouted. Sean coming in, not able to get that clutch. Attackers winning. It is 2-12 right now.
All right, this match may be the game changer here, as you said before. With how momentum
is able to just grow their momentum as fast as possible, it could be a game changer. But I think this might have come too late for Quartz Hill. But I am open to be proven wrong.
Oh, they all went south, it seems like, this time. Have they been doing that commonly?
They have not. There's definitely been a 3-2 split. Let's see what Quartz is able to do with this push. Looks like they're going to have Dal open the back flank scouting, making sure that there are no crossovers. Going for a heavy B push. Kine and Philip stacking over there on B site, just waiting for either direction, which makes it so hard, especially on the defensive side, that they can be pushed from both directions. Makes it especially interesting. It is a 5-2 right now. Might be 3-12. Who knows? I certainly don't. But Dal was able to get a pick on Youngchin, one of the star players on VHS, and they get a flawless. Definitely a way more intense game currently. Timeout starting out by Youngchin. They do want this victory, going down for a minute right now. Youngchin wanting to secure that victory, but not really knowing how. Current kill leaders, we have Dal with 13, Kine with 16, Kine being on VHS and Dal being on Quartz Hill. Very interesting trend that's happening that we also saw last game, and I'm sure Drawn can agree with me here. Dow is definitely the kill leader on Quartz Hill, while Kine, Sean, and Miyamoto sort of trade with each other. They were almost all three back-to-back in this last round, or in this last game here, where VHS has a much more even, with their highest kills being 16 and the lowest 10, and Dow leading with 13 and the lowest being 3 over on Quartz Hill, so it really is polarized right now. All right, going into the next match. Three to 12 right now. Let's see if they're able to pull through with a little bit more momentum. I sure hope so, because that just means more exceptional plays from these two teams here.
You want to play? Let's play.
All right, it seems like a B push is a bit in action here.
Toxin screen down.
Does look like that. Looking for a heavy B push. Dow trying to find someone, trying to find a flank. Heavy rotate, or not so heavy a rotate. I thought they were all walking over to B. They're not. They're staying on A, making sure that they can't get the flank. Dow getting a pick on Philip. They're flanking. VHS is flanking player. Let's see if that's going to make a difference. Sean eliminating Dow, while FR3 gets Sean. Youngchin now down. Naked. It's a 3v2. Leading out VHS again on their back foot. They really need to pull and make more momentum right now. It's a 1v2.
A lot of pressure being put on Ken here.
I'm looking for that smoke. Hoping to lock off. Get this. Not finding that 1v1 with Naked. Naked with a shorty. Able to just get that quick offensive kill.
Alright, so unfortunately I have to step out now. Sadude Gabe will be filling in for me, and yeah, it was very fun to watch this.
Yeah, it is unfortunate.
Welcome to the stream, Gabe.
Thank you.
How's your day going?
Pretty well. Just casted the second match. Was awesome. So I heard
it was a really close match.
It was very close match. So I do know who the final member.
I actually did announce that on stream. It will be NHS. So the breakdown here, we have Quartz Hill on offense, VHS on defense. It's a 4-12. Our leading players right now being Dow and Kine. See, both of these teams really know each other, especially because they scrimmage with each other so much. FR3 getting that one pick on Miyamoto.
Man.
And coming in, attackers won. It is a 5-12 game, but the attackers are still coming off with kills.
So before, I was actually tuned into the stream, and it was 12-1, and now Quartz is bringing
it was. Oh, the momentum is absolutely insane currently from Quartz Hill.
It is absolutely insane. They're definitely bringing us back. It's definitely unsurprising, I must say. Especially with a 12-1 lead, bringing it back 12-5 is not an easy task.
I fully agree, but I feel like with the knowledge of the other team Quartz Hill brings to the table, I think it's possible, though it will be a very drawn-out game if that does happen.
But we do see a lot of picks. Dow going down.
A lot of picks have been happening, those little short peeks that reveal your character for half a second, and one of the players being able to come in and eliminate you. That's been mainly where our eliminations have been coming from in this game. Part 3, maybe getting a pick on Youngchin.
Definitely does seem like that.
Part 3 not seeing Sean though. Sean getting a double.
Spike down A.
Big Doe's gonna have to pull something out. He's
and the defenders won.
No
It was defeat, and Villa Park High School will be going to the finals.
Yes, sir. Villa Park will be facing off against Norwalk in the finals.
I can't wait to see that game. never mind. Villa Park will be facing off against Kennedy Varsity because the Norwalk High School game was a Delta game. Well,
That is definitely my bad. I did not realize that this was Alpha. I should have
all
clarified
good.
that before.
That was an absolutely awesome game. It really did come down to econ ratings again, though, with Villa Park leading in those econ ratings, leading in those average kills, and really able to come out on top like they did that last game. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I think this was a wonderful couple of games, and I think that's all we have for you folks.
Absolutely, and good luck to VP in the finals.
And then definitely tune in to UFEA.gg on Twitch weekly. And I think that about wraps it up.
And make sure to check out their Instagram and Twitter as well.
Of course. Gabe, do you have any shoutouts for Olu?
I have a personal Twitch if you want to get a little bit of insights of what we do. Twitch.tv/Gabe. I would appreciate anyone that just stops by.
Perfect. Well, thank you everyone for showing up. Feel free to tune in next week when we do have that alpha final. Have a great day, everybody.
See ya.